Okay, obviously a very disappointing loss for us here at home, and you know, first thing I got to do is give credit to Justin Fuentes and his staff and Virginia Tech, because they outplayed us today, and you know, in just about every aspect. And so we didn't play up to our capabilities or anywhere close to it, and therefore we lost a football game today.
Larry, was there a hangover element to having two come from behind victories last 2 weeks?
I don't know if there was a hangover element. I don't think that we had the energy that we needed to have to be able to play at this level, and that's my responsibility.
Was that at the outset, or did that sort of kind of take on its own thing?
As the game went on, we never got anything going. I thought we did some things well defensively throughout the game, but I mean, we turned the ball over 5 times, you know, all on our end. I mean, you can't put your defense in that kind of position and expect to win football games.
How much of a problem was the weather today versus the Virginia Tech defense?
I mean, I'm not going to blame it on the weather. You know, they played in it too. They seemed to handle the weather. We did a poor job all the way around.
What did they do to kind of take Mitch out of his rhythm?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure we got into any kind of rhythm the entire game, whether it was Mitch or the running game or anything. You know, they did exactly what we expected them to do. I mean, they played the coverages we thought they were going to play. They played the fronts that we thought they were going to play. You know, you can't turn the ball over 4 times. You're not going to be able to get anything going.
How big was it not to have Elijah in there, not only for his ability to run the ball, but also to pass protect?
Yeah, I mean, we missed him. We missed him. We missed Caleb Peterson. We missed those guys. But you got to play, you know, and so the next guys are up, and they got to step up, and they got to play. And you know, I don't know how the guys that replaced them, how they played. I'd have to look at it on film. But, yeah, anytime you lose a starter, you miss them. But it doesn't matter. I mean, that's the game of football. Your guys are going to go down, and other guys got to step up and play. And that's why we spend as much time we do with backups in the early season, because we know they're going to have to play for us later in the year.
How much did the elements just limit what you guys could do offensively and could even attempt to do?
Yeah, it was definitely a factor in the passing game. I mean, there was, you know, we couldn't throw and catch, basically. I mean, it was a struggle to throw and catch, just basic routes. And, you know, unfortunately, we should be able to do that.
Only 2 for 14 on 3rd down. What was Virginia Tech doing on 1st and 2nd down to put you in difficult positions when 3rd down came around?
Well, we didn't, like I said, we weren't consistent on anything we did. So we were in long yardage situations a lot of times. And so anytime you're going to be in that, you're not going to convert. You know, so 2 of 14, that doesn't surprise me.
Is there any way to help Mitch or the offense prepare for the kind of stuff that, not just against the defense, but in terms of just the elements to prepare for that and be ready for what you guys
No,
face?
I don't think so. I mean, unless you just play in it every day. I mean, you're practicing it every day, and you can't. You're not going to simulate that. I mean, unless you get a fire hose out there and just keep it coming. I mean, really.
How does Mitch handle games like this? We haven't really seen him play this way in the past few games.
Yeah, we'll see. I expect him to handle it like the guy is. I mean, he's a competitor and a leader, and I think he'll handle it fine. I mean, he's going to be very disappointed, just like all those guys are. But he's going to come back in, and he's going to be critical of himself tomorrow when we watch the film, and then he's going to bounce back and get the mistakes corrected. And I think he'll be fine.
What was your message afterward with the guys when you got back?
I mean, that, we can't make the mistakes we made and win a football game like that, and they outplayed us tonight. What do you give them the credit? I mean, they outplayed us. And I told them that they were better prepared than we were, and that's my responsibility. That's my fault.
Is there a point where you can pinpoint that you recognize that maybe they didn't have the spirit that maybe they needed, sort of what you allude to, what you were saying at the outset?
Not a single point. There wasn't even one point in the game.
The sequence or anything?
I mean, you know, we knew going into this game with the situation the way it was, that it was going to boil down to who took care of the football best. And we did not do that. You know, I mean, we did a very poor job of taking care of the football.
You talked about failing to get into a rhythm. When you start a game with a couple turnovers, how hard is it to get a rhythm after such a bad start?
It's hard. You've got to have a tremendous amount of leadership and guys that are strong enough to be able to overcome it, and we didn't do that.
When you talk about not taking care of football, whether it was the offense or on the punt there, how much you just gonna say, well, it's wet balls, weather, you know, that's not a
Well,
reflection?
I don't say that at all, because you can't use that as an excuse. I mean, both teams play in it. You gotta perform in that situation. You just have to. So that means whether it's extra concentration or whatever you gotta do to make sure that you take care of the ball, whether you're throwing it or you're running it, you gotta do it. It's just, it's part of it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right.